Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari.
And now chapter 23, the dynasties of the sons of Yayati. Shukdev Goswami said, Anu, the fourth son of Yayati, had 3 sons named Sabanara, Chakshu, and Pareshnu. O king, from Sabanara came a son named Kalanara, and from Kalanara came a son named Srinjaya. From Srinjaya came a son named Janamejaya. From Janamejaya came Mahashala. From Mahashala, Mahamana. And from Mahamana, 2 sons named Ushinara and Titikshu. The 4 sons of Ushinara were Shibi, Vara, Krimi, and Daksha. And from Shibi again came 4 sons named Vrishadarbha, Sudhira, Madra, and Atmatatvavit Kekaya. The son of Titikshu was Rushadrata. From Rushadrata came Homa. From Homa, Sutapa, and from Sutapa, Bali. By the semen of Dirgatama and the wife of Bali, the emperor of the world, 6 sons took birth, namely Anga, Vanga, Kalinga, Suma, Pundra, and Odra. These 6 sons, headed by Anga, later became kings of 6 states in the eastern side of India. These states were known according to the names of their respective kings. From Anga came a son named Kalapana, and from Kalapana came Divarata. From Divarata came a son named Dharmarata, and his son was Chitrarata, who was celebrated as Romapad. Romapad, however, was without issue, and therefore his friend Maharaj Dasharath gave him his own daughter named Shanta. Romapad accepted her as his daughter, and thereafter she married Rishyasringa. When the demigods from the heavenly planets failed to shower rain, Rishyasringa was appointed the priest for performing a sacrifice, after being brought from the forest by the allurement of prostitutes who danced, staged theatrical performances accompanied by music, and embraced and worshipped him. After Rishyasringa came, the rain fell. Thereafter Rishyasringa performed a son-giving sacrifice on behalf of Maharaj Dasharath, who had no issue, and then Maharaj Dasharath had sons. From Romapad, by the mercy of Rishyasringa, Chaturanga was born, and from Chaturanga came Prithu Laksha. The sons of Prithu Laksha were Brihadrata, Brihatkarma, and Brihadbanu. From the eldest, Brihadrata, came a son named Brihanmana, and from Brihanmana came a son named Jayadrata. The son of Jayadrata, by the womb of his wife Sambhuti, was Vijaya, and from Vijaya Dhriti was born. From Dhriti came Dritavrata. From Dritavrata Satkarma, and from Satkarma Adirata. While playing on the bank of the Ganges, Adirata found a baby wrapped up in a basket. The baby had been left by Kunti because he was born before she was married. Because Adirata had no sons, he raised this baby as his own. The son was later known as Karna. O king, the only son of Karna was Vrishasena. Druhu, the third son of Yayati, had a son named Babru, and the son of Babru was known as Setu. The son of Setu was Arabda. Arabda's son was Gandhara, and Gandhara's son was Dharma. Dharma's son was Drita. Drita's son was Durmada, and Durmada's son was Pracheta, who had 100 sons. The Prachetas, the sons of Pracheta, occupied the northern side of India, which was devoid of Vedic civilization, and became kings there. Yayati's second son was Turvasu. The son of Turvasu was Vani. The son of Vani, Bharga. The son of Bharga, Bhanuman. The son of Bhanuman was Tribhanu, and his son was the magnanimous Karandama. Karandama's son was Maruta, who had no sons and who therefore adopted a son of the Puru dynasty, Maharaj Dushmanta, as his own. Maharaj Dushmanta, desiring to occupy the throne, returned to his original dynasty, the Puru dynasty, even though he had accepted Maruta as his father. O Maharaj Pariksit, let me now describe the dynasty of Yadu, the eldest son of Maharaj Yayati. This description is supremely pious, and it vanquishes the reactions of sinful activities in human society. Simply by hearing this description, one is freed from all sinful reactions. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, the Supersoul in the hearts of all living entities, descended in his original form as a human being in the dynasty or family of Yadu. Yadu had 4 sons named Sahasrajit, Kroshta, Nala, and Ripu. Of these 4, the eldest, Sahasrajit, had a son named Shatajit, who had 3 sons named Mahahaya, Renuhaya, and Haihaya. The son of Haihaya was Dharma, and the son of Dharma was Netra, the father of Kunti. From Kunti came a son named Sohanji. From Sohanji came Mahishman, and from Mahishman, Bhadrasenaka. The sons of Bhadrasena were known as Durmada and Danaka. Danaka was the father of Kritavirya, and also of Kritagni, Kritavarma, and Kritoja. The son of Kritavirya was Arjun. He, Kartavirya-Arjun, became the emperor of the entire world, consisting of 7 islands, and received mystic power from Dattatreya, the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus he obtained the mystic perfections known as Ashtasiddhi. No other king in this world could equal Kartavirya-Arjun in sacrifices, charity, austerity, mystic power, education, strength, or mercy. For 85,000 years, Kartavirya-Arjun continuously enjoyed material opulences with full bodily strength and unimpaired memory. In other words, he enjoyed inexhaustible material opulences with his 6 senses. Of the 1,000 sons of Kartavirya-Arjun, only 5 remained alive after the fight with Parashuram. Their names were Jayadvaja, Shurasena, Rishabha, Madhu, and Urjita. Jayadvaja had a son named Talajanga, who had 100 sons. All the Kshatriyas in that dynasty, known as Talajanga, were annihilated by the great power received by Maharaj Sagara from Urva Rishi. Of the sons of Talajanga, Vitihotra was the eldest. The son of Vitihotra, named Madhu, had a celebrated son named Vrishni. Madhu had 100 sons, of whom Vrishni was the eldest. The dynasties known as Yadava, Madhava, and Vrishni had their origin from Yadu, Madhu, and Vrishni. O Maharaj Parikshit, because Yadu, Madhu and Vrishni each inaugurated a dynasty, their dynasties are known as Yadava, Madhava and Vrishni. The son of Yadu, named Krushta, had a son named Vrijanavan. The son of Vrijanavan was Spahita. The son of Spahita, Vishadgu. The son of Vishadgu, Chitraratha. And the son of Chitraratha, Shashabindu. The greatly fortunate Shashabindu, who was a great mystic, possessed 14 opulences and was the owner of 14 great jewels. Thus he became the emperor of the world. The famous Shashabindu had 10,000 wives, and by each he begot a lakh of sons. Therefore the number of his sons was 10,000 lakhs. Among these many sons, 6 were the foremost, such as Prithu-Shrava and Prithu-Kirti. The son of Prithu-Shrava was known as Dharma, and his son was known as Ushana. Ushana was the performer of 100 horse sacrifices. The son of Ushana was Ruchika, who had 5 sons, Parujit, Rukma, Rukmeshu, Prithu, and Jyamaga. Please hear of these sons from me. Jyamaga had no sons, but because he was fearful of his wife, Shaibya, he could not accept another wife. Jyamaga once took from the house of some royal enemy a girl who was a prostitute, but upon seeing her, Shaibya was very angry and said to her husband, "My husband, you cheater, who is this girl sitting upon my seat on the chariot?" Jyamaga then replied, "This girl will be your daughter-in-law." Upon hearing these joking words, Shaibya smilingly replied. Shaibya said, "I am sterile and have no co-wife. How can this girl be my daughter-in-law? Please tell me." Jyamaga replied, "My dear queen, I shall see that you indeed have a son, and that this girl will be your daughter-in-law." Long, long ago, Jyamaga had satisfied the demigods and Pitas by worshipping them. Now, by their mercy, Jyamaga's words came true. Although Shaibya was barren, by the grace of the demigods she became pregnant, and in due course of time gave birth to a child named Vidarbha. Before the child's birth, the girl had been accepted as a daughter-in-law, and therefore Vidarbha actually married her when he grew up. Thus ends the 23rd chapter of the 9th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Dynasties of the Sons of Yayati.